It is currently July 3rd, 2026, and I thought I would take you on a day in my life or a little weekend in my life as an unagented author. I am currently in the throes of a new work in progress, so this is my second manuscript. My husband is out of town for this weekend, so I thought this would be the perfect opportunity for me to do this so I can film uninterrupted. Love him so much, but this way you have my full undivided attention. I actually woke up at 3 in the morning to send him off on his way. He's actually surprising his best friend who lives in Hawaii for his birthday, and his friend has no idea, so I'm actually so excited about it. And now it's 8:30 in the morning, so I got some extra sleep, feeling good. I did throw on my eye patches because it was a requirement. I was having some crazy under eye bags going on this morning. I'm gonna go get some coffee. I'm going to write in my journal this morning, and then we're gonna come back here into my office and write. This is my journaling notebook. This is kind of where I set my intentions, cast my anxieties, all of that stuff to just clear my head before a writing day. I have a new fire lit within me about this new project. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, wake up a little bit more, write a little bit, and then mentally prepare for the day because I have some long writing sprints ahead of me. Good morning. There's a massive heat wave going on through the Midwest right now, and it's actually awful. It's awful. My friend gave this to me for my birthday, and it has my handle on it. It's so nice. And this is where I take all of my notes and brainstorm and try to put my ideas together coherently before I start writing. But before we start actually diving in, I wanted to talk really briefly about the process I'm in right now and what the goal is, essentially. So I am trying to get traditionally published. I have a manuscript on query right now, which means I am pitching myself over and over and over and over and over again to agents who I would like to represent me to then pitch my book to a publishing house. That's the querying process. I have received just under 20 rejections. I still have like 30 outstanding queries right now. I'm still waiting to hear back on a lot of them. So I'm pausing my active querying right now and letting those responses filter in. This is my book. It's called The Exiled Order. It's the first book in a planned duology. I printed out some personal physical copies. This is an unpublished work. So this is the book I'm currently querying. I started book 2, but I'm gonna take a break. So what we're working on today is my current work in progress, which is a standalone. It's a dark fairy tale retelling, and I am very excited about it. I storyboarded the entire thing yesterday. So now I have the hero's journey kind of mapped out for my characters, and I'm just really excited about it. I can see it so clearly in my brain now, and I just have to write the story. We're going to tentatively title this one, For You and I, Project Nymph. I am currently at the very beginning stages of this, so I only have written 1,378 words. I'm anticipating this book being around 95,000 words. We'll see what it ends up being. I'm a chronic underwriter, so I typically write way less than I should, and then I have to go add stuff later. I will see you after my writing sprint. All right, y'all. I've been writing for an hour, and I wish I could say I was farther along than I was. But to be honest, I've only written about 463 words. Getting back into just writing a bad first draft, and I say bad loosely, right? I know how to write, but your first draft is always going to be the worst because you're just telling yourself the story at this point, and I forgot how hard it was. I'm just trying to get a sense of my characters. I'm going to stop writing here because I find myself kind of stuck. What I'm gonna do instead is kind of make some character cards to try to wrap my head around all of their personalities. We're starting off with a group of sisters, and so I want to make sure that they're distinct enough, but also similar. I will check back in shortly. Okay, that was actually really incredibly helpful. I essentially just took some post-its and wrote down their character traits just overall. We have 4 sisters here. I think I mentioned that before, and if I didn't, here it is. And our main character is a middle child. She is the 3rd. Our main character is a little bit defiant, rebellious. She's very loyal to those she loves. She's adventurous, she has a free spirit, and she's also very persuasive and compelling. I'm gonna keep these on my desk. Okay, I'm officially done with my first writing sprint. It is 11:45 in the morning. While I didn't fully write that entire time, I was contributing to my book regardless. 894 words for this writing sprint, which I am pretty pleased about. After I did my little brainstorming session of the sisters' personality traits, their dialogue came more natural. I'm not fully done with chapter 2. I thought I would get chapter 2 done in this writing sprint, but I'm almost done with it and I'll get it done in the next writing sprint. We're starting our writing sprint at 3 p.m., which is a couple hours later than I wanted to, but my best friend FaceTimed me right as I was wrapping lunch because she finished reading The Exiled Order and she wanted to tell me about it, which I really appreciate. So that was fun. We got to talk about what I was thinking of doing for book 2, and that just made me excited. We're not writing that today. I need to lock in and focus on the story I'm writing. So we're getting back to Project Nymph, and I'm going to try to finish chapter 2 for real in this writing sprint and get about halfway through chapter 3. I just finished chapter 2. I'm very, very pleased with how that chapter wrapped up. I've written 1,379 words, which I'm really pleased about. This is so random, but I have decided to actually name the chapters for this book because it's a dark fairy tale-esque type fantasy. I feel like chapter names are reminiscent of old school fairy tales. So instead of just it being chapter 1, chapter 2, I started to name the chapters. And I feel like I don't see it that often in stories anymore. And now we're moving on to chapter 3, and this is where we're kind of getting kick-started into the journey. We're ready for the call to adventure, so let's get to it. I haven't written literally anything else since that last clip, unfortunately. Typically around 4 p.m. is when I hit a wall. My brain actually can't function anymore. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to get dinner for my dogs. The cat's already been fed. He's actually sleeping up there. I'll show you a clip in a second because it's really cute. I'm gonna take a shower and wash my hair. I'm just gonna like start winding down for the night. I'll probably write a little bit more. There's nothing like taking a cool shower and it being a hair wash day. Oh my gosh, I feel like a brand new woman, okay? Olipop cherry cola. So this is what I'm gonna have as my little fun drink for now. A more fun drink to come later. This is gonna be my final sprint. All right, I officially think I'm done writing for the day. I am super, super, super excited with where I left off. So I am now at a total of 3,461 words in my manuscript in this first draft, and I wrote just over 2,000 words today. I thought I was gonna write way more. I needed to reset my expectations for what is realistic. Yeah, I'm about halfway through chapter 3, which is pretty much where I wanted to end for the day. Now it's time to have a snack and relax and read my book. Good morning. It's Saturday at 10 a.m. and I transparently have been couch rotting all morning. I didn't fall asleep until way later than I normally do. Like I didn't fall asleep probably till midnight-ish. When my husband is home, I can fall asleep at like 9 p.m. no problem. When I'm home alone, I always have a harder time falling asleep. I unbricked my phone this morning to check notifications because something interesting happened to me yesterday that I'm not sure how to go about. I participated in a pitch event on Instagram. It's essentially a visual form of a pitch of your book, and literary agents will go through the submissions, and if they like your post, it's an invitation to query them. An agent that I really like and I think would be a great fit for me liked my post, but I have already queried her and I got a rejection. Now, this isn't something to take personally at all. I am not offended in the slightest. A lot of times with agents, they have assistants or interns go through the initial pitches. So this agent might not have even actually seen my pitch. It could have been an assistant or an intern who said no outright. So I went onto Threads and I was like, hey, has anyone else been through this? And luckily for me, plenty of people have gone through it. Everyone said that I should DM the agent and say, like, thank you for liking my pitch. I have already queried you and received a rejection on this work. Would you like me to resubmit? She's either going to say yes or no. It's really not a big deal, but it is just like a weird situation just because I I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. So that's what I did. The catch is this agent actually just went on vacation for the month of July. She liked my pitch the day that she was going to be out of office. I sent that. I'm going to have to wait till August regardless for when she reopens her queries. So I'm going to make an iced coffee for the morning, and I'm going to do my morning pages, reset my brain. I already bricked my phone again, so I can't putz around on my phone anymore. This afternoon is when I'm going to do a writing sprint. I don't think I'm going to do a ton of writing today, if I'm being honest, like just based on how this morning has gone. Ideally, the goal today would simply just to be finish chapter 3. We'll see. I'll check back in later. I have been writing pretty inconsistently in here. It's not like an everyday thing. I'm trying to be better at writing in it consistently because I think it is helpful. But I have officially written 40 pages worth of journal entries. I didn't even realize until now that it's July 4th. And if you're like me, you probably have complicated emotions surrounding this holiday. Right now, it's especially hard to be proud to be an American. It's important to hold on to your values and wanting a better country, not just for yourself, but for your neighbors who have sought asylum here, who were brave enough to hope for a better future. And I hope that you coming to this page, you know that this is a safe space for everyone. So I'll probably write down something of the sort in my journal entry today, knowing that it's the 4th of July. Just know that you are welcome here. Everyone, this is Pancake. She is my beautiful girl. I got her when she was 6 months old. She was rescued from a kill shelter because no one was adopting her, which is crazy because she is genuinely the sweetest, most trainable little lady in the world. She's now 8 years old. She's gonna be 9 in January. And she's just so perfect and beautiful. High five. I am currently on my way to a coffee shop to write with my friend. You are on my phone now, so apologies if the audio isn't as great. But that's what we're doing. We're gonna go write for a little bit. It is Sunday. I did a whole lot of nothing on Saturday, so I'm hoping to get a good amount of words done. Hello, it is currently 4 p.m. on Sunday, and I kind of just wanted to walk you through what I got up to today. I went to one of my favorite local coffee shops with my bestie Courtney, who's also in the midst of writing a novel. We had a little writing session date, and the coffee I got was so delicious. It was one of their signature drinks of the month, and it was the peaches and cream latte, and it was peaches, strawberries, white chocolate, and I can't remember the last thing, but it was so good. I got it iced because, of course, it's been so hot, as we all know. And then after that, we went to the local bookstore after our writing session, and I actually picked up a book as well. And I'm really excited about it because I've read the other book that this author has released. It's Jenna Rose Nethercott, that is the author, and I read Thistlefoot, and it's one of my all-time favorite books. It is so beautifully written. I'm obsessed with this cover. Like, the cover of this book is so gorgeous. Mark Abrams and Kelly Louise Judd, this cover, you slayed this. I can tell you what I got up to a little bit yesterday. I ended up not writing at all yesterday. I think I wrote one sentence to be exact. And that is the raw and real reality of being a writer, is some days you write a lot and some days you write nothing. It's all about the ebb and flow and giving in to a break when your brain really needs it. So what I actually did pretty much all day yesterday is I binge watched a television show that I loved the story structure, I loved the characters and the setting. How to Get to Heaven from Belfast, highly recommend. If you have not watched it, I stumbled across it. Again, just like the bookstore, I really like stumbling across something amazing on streaming services. So I had never heard of it and I watched it and was obsessed with it, and I'm sad that there's only one season. I also went to my parents for dinner last night and that was very lovely. So for the rest of the day, I'm going to continue editing this YouTube video that you're currently watching. That's kind of the plan for today. It was a very basic writing day, nothing crazy. I wrote 578 words. I'm officially over the 4,000 word mark, so I'm very excited about that. So I'm gonna keep editing and I'll check back in later.